Hello, my friends. Jerry Rosa here in the Rosa Stringworks Man Cave, and surprise guest, Yolanda. Hello there, Yolanda.
Hello.
And you know, little known fact, Yolanda and I, before we knew each other, long time ago, we were neighbors. I mean, like, she was just like less than a mile that way, right across the river, just on the other side of the river, right?
Yeah.
And did you guys have animals there too, like a farm or something?
Yeah, we had horses and cows and chickens and...
So you grew up country girl.
Yep.
Well, good, because some of the songs you're going to be singing you kind of need to have that background.
Right? It helps.
And you have a guest here tonight too, don't you?
Yes.
Well, why don't you step over here and say hi. This is Mark Nadsum that you see in the comments every once in a while.
Just supporting Yolanda and Jerry.
Yeah, well, glad you're here, Mark. So he's kind of in the left wing there. Well, it depends on which side of the camera you're on.
Right.
But on my side, he's on the left wing. Let's see. We're going to do a few tunes for you this evening, and I have my 1968 or 9, I'm not really sure, Gibson Jubilee Deluxe guitar, which I haven't played in years and years and years. I think I've shown it on the channel once or twice, but really just have never played the darn thing. You know, I play mandolin, so I thought I'd just show it off tonight and play this evening. And I figured Yolanda might be able to sing a little bit easier with a guitar than with a mandolin. Though for her, I don't think it really matters. She could sing with anything, I'm pretty sure. But the only negative is that I'm playing the guitar. It'd be fine if it was somebody else playing it, but we'll do our best. So we're going to start off with one here, and it's in the, since these are play-alongs, I'm capoed on the 4th fret. I'll be playing with the G position, which makes it a B. So in other words, if you were up here, it'd be G, G sharp, and then A sharp, and then B, or yeah, however you want to look at it. But anyway, we're playing it in B, and it's just a 1-4-5 song. So here we go.
Well, you thought I'd be waiting up when you came home last night. You've been out with all the boys and you ended up half-tied. Liquor and love, they just don't mix. Leave the bottle or be behind. And don't come home a drinking with loving on your mind. No, don't come home a drinking with loving on your mind. Just stay out there on the town and see what you can find. And if you want that kind of love, well, you don't need none of mine. Don't come home a drinking with loving on your mind. You never take me anywhere because you're always gone. Many a night I laid awake and cried here all alone. With you coming a kissing on me, it happens every time. Don't come home a drinking with loving on your mind. Don't come home a drinking with loving on your mind. Just stay out there on the town and see what you can find. 'Cause if you want that kind of love, well, you don't need none of mine. Don't come home a drinking with loving on your mind. Don't come home a drinking with loving on your mind.
Well, I missed the last chord.
It's all right.
Oh, well, you know, you just get what you get and you don't throw a fit. That's all I can tell you. Let's see. We'll have her do another one here. Then maybe I'll belch one out. Let's see. This one's going to be in the key of E. So what I'm going to do is leave my capo in the same place, and I'm going to play out of C because I'm not real good in the key of E on the guitar.
You left me for the bright lights of the town. A country boy set out to see the world. Remember when those city lights shines on your Kentucky girl. I swear I love you by the moon above you. How bright is it shining in your world? Some morning when you wake up all alone, just come on home to your blue Kentucky girl. Don't wait to bring great riches home to me. I need no diamond rings or fancy pearls. Just bring yourself here, all I'll ever need. That's good enough for this blue Kentucky girl. I swear I love you by the moon above you. How bright is it shining in your world? Some morning when you wake up all alone, just come on home to your blue Kentucky girl. Just come on home to your blue Kentucky girl.
Very nice. Very well done. She's one fine singer. Now, if you are enjoying what you're hearing this evening, you can support us with a super chat or with a PayPal donation. And PayPal is really my preferred. If you know how to do that, you just go into PayPal and you send an email. You send, a donation via email to rosastringworks@gmail.com. And tonight I'm doing something a little different than I normally do on that. Normally we split everything 50-50, but tonight they get it all. So they've had some hard times, and I thought I would support their cause. They had a whole bunch of storm damage. They had a whole bunch of mechanical problems and a whole bunch of medical issues. So if you're inclined to help them out, they'll get 100% of what you do tonight. So thank you so much. We appreciate it very much. Let's see. I'm going to try to do something here. Even if it's wrong, I'm going to do something. I'm going to go down to G. We live in two different worlds, dear. That's why we're so far apart. You built a world out of vows that were broken. I built a world in my heart. Everyone here tried to warn me that you were playing a game. I know that I thought our worlds were the same. But we live in two different worlds, dear. That's why we're so far apart. You built a world out of vows that were broken. I built a world in my heart. I'm only doing this just to make her sound that much better. If you stay over in your world, oh, how my heart it will pine. But one day, my darling, when your heart may be wandering, won't you step over in mine? Yeah, we live in two different worlds, dear. That's why we're so far apart. You built a world out of vows that were broken, and I built a world in my heart. There you have it.
I like that song. I've never heard of that.
That's a good song if you sing it right.
Well, I think.
But that's never stopped me. I just go anyway. It don't matter whether I sing it right or not. Let's see here. You had another song or two. And if you're just joining us, I would like to remind you that you can support us with a PayPal donation or a Super Chat donation, either one. And 100% of the proceeds are going to Yolanda and Mark this evening. So there you go. Let's see. Your next one on your list. I guess we might as well just take them in order, huh?
Might as well.
It's in A, and it is. It wasn't God who made honky tonk angels. Is that right?
Yep.
In A.
Yep.
So that means G2 for me. Second fret, playing in G.
As I sit here tonight, the jukebox playing.
Sorry.
The tune about the wild side of life. As I listen to the words you are saying, it brings memories when I was a trusted wife. It wasn't God who made honky-tonk angels, as you said in the words of your song. Too many times married men think they're still single. That has caused many of good girls to go wrong. It's a shame that all the blame is on us women. It's not true that only you men feel the same. From the start, most every heart that's ever broken was because there always was a man to blame. It wasn't God who made honky-tonk angels, as you said in the words of your song. Too many times married men think they're still single. That has caused many a good girls to go wrong. That has caused many a good girls to go wrong.
Very nice. Very good job. Let me see if I can read a comment or two. We don't want to pause too long for reading them, but we'll see what we got here just to make sure that everything's going okay. And I can't quite see it that far away, so I got to get closer. So Jarvis says, wow, she's very good. Well, no kidding. No, Jarvis, we've just thought she's been fantastic. We've played with her a few different times. She used to come to Dickey's and sing a tune or two. And she was she's quiet now, but she was so quiet and so shy on the first time that I finally just told her my standard line. I said, listen, girl. I said, when you're on stage, it's like being pregnant. You can't be partially pregnant. You're all the way pregnant, and that means you're all the way on stage. So once you're there, just let her rip, Tater Chip. You know, there ain't no point in holding back. Just give it all you got. So... And she has come around a long way from where she started. But she does really good. She has just really got a fine voice. It's so perfectly on pitch all the time, compared to a lot of the modern singers these days that have to have the auto-tune to make them sound good. She don't need the auto-tune. Dottie says, Jerry, you can play guitar. Dottie, you have a wooden ear. I'm teasing. Thank you, Dottie. I used to, guitar was my first instrument when I was a kid, but I just never really played it. And then when I first got really interested in bluegrass, I went to fiddle, and then I switched over to mandolin. So really, guitar got kind of left out. I just barely know how to play a guitar. Let's see. Olav says, let's see, I don't see any questions. Generally, if you want me to read your comment, put some question marks in front of it. So, and Jarvis also said a good mix. That's good. So at least I guess the sound's coming out okay. John says, what a surprise. That looks like it's it. I don't see any negative comments in terms of we're not producing enough sound, so I guess we'll just keep going. Why don't you do another tune here? When Your House Is Not a Home. This is one that I wasn't familiar with, so I'll do my best. Wait a minute, I forgot. I'm doing it in the wrong key. We're going to do this in G, right? Yeah. When Your House Is Not a Home. It's in G.
I walk up to my door and hate to turn the key. Emptiness is all that waits inside for me. That's how it is when the one you love is gone. That's how it is when your house is not a home. I look around and see things marked with his and hers. Little things like this just make things that much worse. That's how it is since I live my life alone. That's how it is since my house is not a home. Is there a way out for a soul so torn as mine? Each day I live, I'm like a prisoner passing time. That's how it is, ask anyone who lives alone. That's how it is when your house is not a home. That's how it is when your house is not a home.
Cool. Very nice. That's a cool song. I just didn't know it. It's just one I wasn't familiar with. Who did that one? Do you remember?
Patsy Cline.
Well, I never heard of her. Patsy Cline. Yeah, she's awesome. Yeah, Patsy Cline and Loretta Lynn. And she sounds more like Loretta Lynn than Loretta did. I mean... Did you notice how when she was singing that Kentucky Girl, how she's how she said shining or whatever that word was?
Shining.
Yeah, I think it was shining. It's just, yeah, she says it exactly like Loretta said it. I'm going to try to do one here. Let's see. This song has only got 2 chords, except that you got to multiply it times 3 because it changes key twice. Did you ever hear my saying that it's simple but complicated? This is a simple song, but it's complicated because we're going to start off in G, then we're going to go to A, and then we're going to go to C. So we're going to be playing it in 3 different keys, but there's only 2 chords in each key. It's called The Legend of the Rebel Soldier. In a dreary Yankee prison, where a rebel soldier lay, by his side there stood a preacher, ere his soul should pass away. And he faintly whispered, "Parson." You know what? I think I got off on the wrong words there. That's the last verse. The second, when I can't believe I'm screwing up. I guess it's because I got the guitar in my hand instead of the mandolin. I key off of all that stuff. Man, that's terrible. Let me just go to a different one so I don't mess it up. I'm sorry. I don't know. I got my brain in the wrong place or something. Do this one out of G. Take this hammer, carry it to the captain. Take this hammer, carry it to the captain. Take this hammer, carry it to the captain. Tell him I'm gone. tell him I'm gone. If he asks you, was I running? If he asks you, was I running? And if he asks you, was I running? Well, tell him I'm flying. Tell him I'm flying. I don't like them cold iron shackles. I don't like them cold iron shackles. I don't like them cold iron shackles, 'cause they hurt my leg. They hurt my leg. Take this hammer, carry it to the captain. Take this hammer, carry it to the captain. Take this hammer, carry it to the captain. Tell him I'm gone. Tell him I'm gone. Tell him I'm gone. Tell him I'm gone. That's enough of my belly walking.
I like that one.
Well, it's got a whole bunch of verses. I just cut it short.
No.
They don't want to hear me anyway. This next one is another Loretta tune. Ain't that right? We're going to do it in the key of C.
Well, I was born a coal miner's daughter in a cabin on a hill in Butcher Holler. We were poor, but we had love. That's the one thing that Daddy made sure of. He shoveled coal to make a poor man's dollar. My daddy, he worked all night in the Vandermeer coal mines, all day long in a field of hoeing corn. Mommy rocked the babies at night and read the Bible by the coal ore light, and everything was start all over come break of morn. Daddy loved and raised 8 kids on a miner's pay. Mommy scrubbed our clothes on a washboard every day. Well, I've seen her fingers bleed to complain there was no need. She'd smile in Mommy's understanding way. In the summertime we didn't have shoes to wear, but in the wintertime we'd all get a brand new pair. From a mail order catalog, money made from selling the hog, Daddy always managed to get the money somewhere. Yeah, I'm proud to be a coal miner's daughter. I remember well the well where I drew water. The work we done was hard, and I would sleep 'cause we were tired. I never thought of ever leaving Butcher Holler. Well, a lot of things have changed since way back then, and it's so good to be back home again. Not much left but the floor. Nothing lives here anymore except the memories of a coal miner's daughter. Except the memories of a coal miner's daughter.
Very good. I'll do another one, and then she's got one more she's going to do for you tonight. But I want to remind you, if you would like to support us, you're basically going to be supporting Yolanda and Mark. They've had some serious financial issues. I don't want to go into them, but the tornado did some major damage for them. They've had some major car issues. I mean, like enough to choke a horse, trust me. And then the medical thing too. So help them out if you can. Be generous if you can, because 100% of it's going to go to them tonight. They didn't know that when they got here. I didn't tell them that, but I just wanted it to work out that way for them. And I know you guys have always been very generous in the past, so I appreciate it if you would help us out. Let me see here if I can come up with something. I don't know. I ain't no good at this, especially with the guitar. I should probably go to the mandolin for my songs, because it's just really hard. I'm going to try this one. This is a good old gospel number. I do this, again, normally on the mandolin, but I'll see if I can get through it. If I screw it up, we'll just stop. That's all. We've had the good fortune and great blessings of the Lord to have known one another here below. We shared each other's sorrow, we shared each other's joy. One glorious day, the Lord saved our soul. Each day brings us closer to those heavenly portals. It's by the grace of God, that's where we're bound. But if you go before I do, rest assured I'm coming too. We'll go home together on the cloud. And when the Father tells the Son, go and get to church, and that cloud starts down toward the earth, all God's children will arise. He'll be coming for His bride. We'll go home together on the cloud. What an honor it has been to have Jesus for a friend as we toil and struggle through this life. We faced all things together, sunny days and stormy weather, even through the lonely hours of night. Now our journey's near the end. We'll soon be with our friends when we lay these earthly bodies down. But if you go before I do, rest assured I'm coming too. We'll go home together on the cloud. And when the Father tells the Son, go and get to church, and that cloud starts down toward the earth, all God's children will arise. He'll be coming for His bride. We'll go home together on the cloud. When God's children will arise, we'll be coming for His bride. We'll go home together on the cloud. Now, if you want to hear a good version of that, listen to Doyle Lawson's version. Thank you for that super chat there. That was Randy Rogers. Thank you so much, Randy. Appreciate it. Randy was here last week playing live on the show and did a wonderful job. Old Randy is famous because he won the flat top picking contest at Winfield, Kansas one year.
Wow.
And let me tell you something. They don't give that to any slouch. Let me tell you. I mean,
cool.
It's like first-rate stuff there.
Top tier.
Yeah, and you know, I took lessons from him last week. That's why I'm playing guitar tonight. Randy, they didn't stick.
I think great.
Anyway, let's see. We've got one more tune that Yolanda is going to do for you. I saw somebody requested Crazy, and I knew that was going to get requested, but yeah, you know, she could probably sing it. And if you want to sing it a cappella, you're welcome, but I couldn't begin to play that. I couldn't even play it on the mandolin, let alone on the guitar. It's got 19 million chords in it. And then there's one more chord that I can't find, so beyond the 19 million. No, let's see. Faded Love is what we're going to do, and we're going to do this in the key of D, and once again, I'm going to cheat and do it in C2. So I'll be playing in the C position, or C chord shape, but on the second fret, so that makes it a D.
As I look at the letters that you wrote to me, it's you that I am thinking of. As I read so true. I remember our faded love. I miss you, darling, more and more every day, as heaven would miss the stars above. With every heartbeat I still think of you and remember our faded love. As I think of the past and all the pleasures we had, as I watched the mating of the dove, it was in the springtime that you said goodbye. I remember our faded love. I miss you, darling, more and more every day, as heaven would miss the stars above. With every heartbeat I still think of you and remember our faded love. And remember our faded love.
Very nice. Very, very, very nice. Eat your heart out, Patsy Cline. Let's see. Because I can, and I know Yolanda likes the song, I'm going to sing the one I wrote.
Yes. I was going to request it anyway, so.
This song I wrote about finding stuff here on the farm with the metal detector. I always wanted to hook my farm up to the Civil War. I just felt like there should be a connection, just because of the location, the way it, I don't know, just seemed like it would be the right kind of a farm for something to do with the Civil War. And I knew there were battles around here near the Little Piney and stuff, and skirmishes, I should say. But anyway, sure enough, I started finding Civil War stuff here on the farm. I found buttons and bullets and cavalry spur and I don't know, just a lot of things that are absolutely 100% confirmed to be Civil War. And then I found a wedding band about 18 inches deep in the spring. In one of the springs, we got like 10 or 12 springs on this farm, if you count them all. Some of them are wet weather, but most of them are full-time springs. And anyway, in one of those springs, we found a wedding band, and it was about 18 inches deep down in the mud. And then I found a few little children's toys, antique type, vintage type little pieces of toys. Didn't find anything whole. But anyway, the bottom line is that made me think to write this song. And I wrote this song with a lot of help from my viewers. They fed me different lines. I asked them to feed me lines about it. And a few of the lines, or a couple of the lines, are in this song. So hope you enjoy it. Sarah married John in 64. In that same year he marched off to war, leaving Sarah in the valley all alone. But that would change soon after he had gone. She washed the baby's clothes in the nearby spring. It was there she lost her precious wedding ring. Now feeling more alone, she longed for his return. The nights were long as her heart would yearn. And then 160 years pass into view, when her precious wedding band was found anew, as if her soul were there for all to see. Sarah, John, and their baby. The war raged on as Sarah made her way. The baby grew more like John every day. She prayed that one day soon the war would end, and she'd see John coming round the bend. Despite the odds, John made his way home, and though weak and sick, Sarah would hang on, till the baby's daddy held him to his breast, allowing Sarah to find eternal rest. And then 160 years pass into view, when her precious wedding band was found anew, just as if her soul were there for all to see. Sarah John and their baby, Sarah John and their baby. Well, if I could have hit the dadgum A minor, it wouldn't have been so bad, but I couldn't hit that sucker for nothing.
Still sounded good.
Just do what I can do, and that ain't much. Let's see. I was gonna use the line that Bill Monroe told my Uncle Don. Don heard that Bill was auditioning for a guitar player, so Don was a mandolin player like me. But he knew Bill real well, so he went down to Bill and he auditioned to play guitar. And I'm going to have to change the word, but you can imagine what the word was. He says, Don, this is Bill talking. He says, Don, you are a really fine mandolin player, but you can't play guitar for shoot. So that's kind of well, I don't know about the fine mandolin playing even, but I for sure can't play guitar for shoot. Anyway, can you come up with one more song we can do? We have not practiced one more song, trust me. Can you come up with one that's halfway easy that I can play along? Or you can just sing an a cappella if you want.
I'm good.
Can you sing Crazy a cappella? Or is that just asking too much?
I mean, I probably could.
You probably could?
Probably could.
Well, I can sit here. Trust me. Ain't no problem for me.
Okay.
You want to try it?
I'll try it, but there's
all right. It ain't no easy job.
Guarantee.
It ain't no easy thing to do to sing a song a cappella and get it, in good pitch and all that, especially when the pressure's on with a bunch of people watching. So there you go.
Apologize to anybody hearing this right now. We'll see how it goes. Okay. Crazy. I'm crazy for feeling so lonely. I am crazy, crazy for feeling so blue. I knew you'd love me as long as you wanted, and then someday you leave me for somebody new. Worry, why do I let myself worry? Wondering, what in the world did I do? Crazy for thinking that my love could hold you. I am crazy for crying, and crazy for crying, and I'm crazy for loving you. Crazy for thinking that my love could hold you. I am crazy for trying, and crazy for crying, and I'm crazy for loving you. Okay.
Wow. Auto-tune, eat your heart out. That's all I got to say.
I didn't even run away.
Yeah, she didn't. You trust me. Day one, it was not a chance. Not a chance she would have done that. Not a chance. So she has advanced. Now, guys, that was worth the price of admission. If you want to help these guys out, and you trust me, if you knew all the things they've been through, I guarantee you'd help them out. I guarantee you would. So help them out if you have the means to do so. I've noticed several of you have said you've sent your donations via PayPal, and I really do appreciate that. They don't show up here, so I appreciate the fact you've said that. I know a lot of you never mention that you sent it via PayPal, so I'm expecting good things, and I know you will come through because you always do. Thank you so much for being so nice to us, even when I screw up. And we will see you tomorrow afternoon at about 1 o'clock on our vlog. We'll be there or be square, as I say. We'll see you then.